United Matters channel, how are you guys? A Ruben Amorim crisis meeting has been held at Carrington. It has been really very urgent and it really had lots of things to be talked about. And guess what? Here onto the United Matters channel, we come in here to obviously know what exactly they've gone ahead to tell the manager, as Matthias Cunha and Brandon Mbeumo have come out, obviously have something to say about that. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and let's get well into this. Now, there is this journalist. He goes by the names of Indy Kaila. You understand? He's award-winning football reporter, and during the summer transfer window, he was very much accurate on everything that he talked about. And he has told us that Amorim was called in by the bosses at Manchester United for urgent meeting. He has been asked to change the formation to 4-3-3. Amorim was left speechless with the formation request. Certain Man United officials believe the manager is to get sacked. Is now when and not if at this stage, that it's a question of when, not if. Now, the coming up of this story was really awaited for, as in the format of Indy, he always comes up and obviously puts out the story out there. And the story he has obviously going to be putting outside there has been very positive about the manager of Manchester United. And he has called out all of the fans that at 7 p.m. UK time, I'll be dropping a story coming in through from Carrington. People are like, why don't you break it now? You know, these people really have their sources, and these sources obviously have to alert them on what is obviously going to be happening. Now, let's discuss about the change of formation. Obviously, what people have gone ahead to forget is United never signed a manager. They signed a head coach. And if at all you go ahead and obviously read through the statement that was obviously put out when Ruben Amorim was revealed, was revealed, the statement read, they've gone ahead to appoint a head coach. And this is what the statement went ahead to read. Let me read to you, because some of you might be like, we've never heard of a board calling out a club manager of Manchester United telling him, please change the system. On the 1st of November, right? On the 1st of November 2024, an article was put out by the communications department of Manchester United. It read, United appoint Amorim as new head coach. Manchester United is delighted to announce the appointment of Ruben Amorim as head coach for Man United's first team, subject to work visas. You understand? They appointed what we call a head coach. Let's look at Erik ten Hag and see what the article really went ahead to really read. All right, let's look at Erik ten Hag. Now, you're going to see the two differences. The other one was all about Man United appoint a head coach. You understand? Here, for Erik ten Hag, 21st April 2022, Thursday, 13:10 hours, the statement read, Manchester United appoints Erik ten Hag as manager. You understand? Now, there is a difference between a manager and a head coach. Ruben Amorim is a head coach, meaning that he's there to coach those players and really school them, But ahead of him, there are people with the veto powers. And I tell you what, he doesn't have the veto powers at Manchester United. That's why you saw to it that he wanted Dibu Martinez, and United went in for Seny Lemens. He wanted Oli Watkins, and Manchester United went in for a player called Benjamin Sesko. You understand? So that is what a manager, that is what a team coach goes through, because he doesn't have veto powers. And I like that. Do you know why I like that? Because United has been a culprit of such many things. And right now, I don't think that we are still culprits of this, and the players are being brought in by the board. And for this, he was left speechless in the meeting, and he's one of those that has gone ahead to say, I won't change the system, not until these players turn out to be well conversant with the system. You understand? That's what he has always gone ahead to say as a manager of Manchester United, that he will never change the system, not until the players adapt to the system. You understand? But let's all ask ourselves, the results are really very annoying, and they're not really optimistic. They are not hope-giving, and it leaves Man United into an ocean of questions on whether he's the right manager to be here or not. But the board has tasked him that on Saturday, when you're playing against Sunderland, do the needful and obviously change the system. That's what they've gone ahead to let him. And he has to listen to their bosses, to his bosses, because his bosses have given him a lot of time. You never at any one point hear that United had told him to change the system ever since he came in through. But because the system has not gone ahead to see Man United really getting better results, that's why they've told him that from November last year, it's obviously coming to a year. The system is not yielding results. Can we obviously try out another system? And as we speak, Manchester United is 14th with 6 games played and 7 points, meaning that United is averaging a point per game. You understand? United is averaging a point per game. You understand? So that is really very bad for the club of Manchester United. We can't be averaging 1.1 points per game. That is really uncalled for. And if at all you're a person who has been really following up on the club of Manchester United, they are really taking some time, And patience has gone ahead to kick in. But the performances of Ruben Amorim are really shocking. And he's facing Sunderland on Sunday. And on Saturday, we wait to see whether he changes the system. That is where we are right now. We wait to see whether he changes the system. If he does change the system, then we will obviously approve this story that it's really right, that the board ordered him to change the system. If he doesn't, then we'll be left in a dilemma, because we'll be like, he has gone ahead to disobey the orders from his bosses, right? And what is he really having at the back of his mind? You understand? That is what we will be here talking about in here onto the United Matters. So we wait and see whether he will change the system or not. We get to a story of Bryan Mbeumo talking about the system, and this is what Bryan Mbeumo had to say about the system of Manchester United. He said, it's a bit different, but I've already played in the system. It's our responsibility to be better. I don't think it's the system. It's us who need to improve. And I also believe it's not the system, but the problem is. But the problem is. The problem is simple. The club of Manchester United has all along gone ahead known to go in for those who are really important to sign in for this club. As I've always told you, Manchester United needed a midfielder in this summer, And I always told you, when we had done bringing Matheus Cunha, I told you we should go in for a player who can play in the midfield before we went in for Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. It shows you that would have gone ahead obviously getting a midfielder, because if we got in maybe Baleba first and we went in for him, even if it was going for £100 million, if not, would have gone ahead to look out for another player altogether. That is it. So that is Bryan Mbeumo for you, talking about the system of Manchester United. And there comes Matheus Cunha. Cunha has come out and said that we must show character, we need to improve. There is only that word. Obviously, Cunha, we wait to see what will happen in the game of Sunderland, because Sunderland is one of the hardest teams that you'll ever face. Your reactions to Ruben Amorim crisis meeting held at Carrington with INEOS are welcome in the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name. I'm out.